Hey everybody, happy Tuesday.
Twin Tuesday.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm Dr. Johanna.
I'm Dr. Madeline.
And we are the awesome chiropractors at Atlas Chiropractic Center.
Yeah, in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Absolutely. And our jam is those pregnant mamas,
postpartum
mamas, and their families.
Yeah.
So today we wanted to come at you and bring up something that I've been hearing more often lately. We've been hearing a lot of people talk about just like their wellness options, and I've had some patients say to me like, well, I feel really, really good. Like, I don't know, like if I even need to be adjusted or checked today, that kind of stuff. So we're just going to talk about all across the board, like what does wellness care look like, not just in a chiropractic office, but like in your normal everyday life. And if you should have a wellness team.
And like what wellness really means and all that stuff. Before we get into that, Dakota's here, so drop some emojis, show him some love. He loves when everybody says hi. If you're watching later, then comment replay down below so we can make sure that we find y'all and answer any of your questions. We love all of y'all who tune in. And if you are liking the videos or you find something that really resonates with you, please share it with somebody else.
Yes. The more the merrier. You can change someone's life that way.
All right, so I have no pain. I have no symptoms.
Yep.
Why would I come to a doctor, especially my chiropractor?
Oh, this is an amazing question. So I will tell you that we do get asked this quite often, and it is a really important question because as chiropractors, we are trained in your nervous system. So basically anything that your nerves control, we are here to help improve and allow your body to do the healing. So what that means is when there's stress in the body, any type of physical, chemical, emotional, any type of stress, you insert it. It can cause a misalignment somewhere along the spine, which each segment of the spine has a nerve that comes out. So there you go, right on back to the nervous system.
Yeah.
When that stress is there, it can compress on the nerve, and all the nerves in the body, they do control the way we feel. That's how we know we feel bad, like we have pain or headaches or that kind of stuff. But majority of those nerves, actually about 90% of them, control the way our body functions.
What? Function?
Mhm.
Why is that important?
So function's important because function things of the body are things like blinking, breathing, digestion, that kind of stuff. Anxiety, the way that we feel, hormone control, balance, all that. So it's really important.
Dizziness, ringing in the ears. I'm just trying to think of some things that some people don't realize, the correlation between them that we see quite frequently in the office.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Ringing in the ears is a big one. Bedwetting, colic,
Digestive issues, so
Yeah.
like acid reflux or colic in babies, that type of thing.
constipation, that kind of stuff. So when we look at the nervous system, and we're trained in that as chiropractors, we're looking at how your body feels, so then 10% on how the nerves control that, and the other 90% is how it functions. So when people come in, and a lot of times this is when someone's in wellness care, they come in and they say, hey doc, I feel really, really great today. I don't have any pain. I don't have any discomfort. I feel amazing. I'm not sick. I don't even think I need to be here. But my answer at least is always like, okay, well, let's check your spine, like lay on the table, because we're trained in how to find those misalignments of the spine, which means if we catch them early enough, will you have pain associated with it?
No.
Not always.
Not most of the time.
Not most of the time. So that's what's magnificent, I feel, about wellness care is when you're coming in and you're getting routine checkups. If you don't need to be adjusted, we're not going to adjust you. That's one thing I think that's very important to be said. We don't adjust just to adjust. We adjust the areas that need to be actually treated and adjusted. And so when someone comes in and they feel really great, a lot of times they may still have misalignments because they're still living life. You guys still live life.
You still live life, you still go to your jobs and you sit at a computer, or you drive for long extended periods of time, or you're a parent and you're holding a child and you're carrying that child and you're picking them up and moving them between bathing and changing. Feeding them, you're at the gym and you're working out, and working out is great, but it still does put stress on your body.
Yeah, absolutely. So also, if you're watching this and you get checked for wellness care, there's some wellness down in the comments section. We want to see who's on their wellness journey already, and of course we invite anyone to jump onto that. But it's just really funny because, for example, I had someone that came in yesterday and she's like, I feel really good. I don't think I need to be adjusted. And I'm like, okay, we'll lay on the table. And I still checked her. She had quite a few spots out of alignment. And the more I talked to her, she's like, well, I feel good. She's like, but the other day I did this and I bent over a lot. My back did really hurt that day. So she got out of that inflamed state between when she inflamed her back to the adjustment, but the misalignment, the tight muscles were still there, and that still needed to be addressed. Because if I left that there and I said, oh, well, you feel okay, even though I feel misalignments, but you feel okay, let me wait. then she would have came back and she would have been in pain or discomfort at some point.
Right.
It's just a matter of when will that actually happen.
Yeah, and what's really cool about chiropractic, if you don't know, with like wellness care and what it shows is if you are getting regularly adjusted on wellness care, which is different for every patient. I like to tell people that because we all know, we've all heard it, well, if I go to the chiropractor once, I got to go back forever. That's up to you. That's up to you and how you want to manage your wellness care. Most patients, when they're on wellness with us, do choose to see us regularly, but sometimes for them, that's 1 time a month, 2 times a month, weekly. It depends on their goals and the amount of stress in their life. But usually when those people are coming in and regularly and they're getting adjusted on their wellness plan, they get sick less often because every single time you get adjusted, your like immune cells that like fight things off get boosted.
Yeah.
So how cool is that? Like everybody is there's so much sickness going around right now. So we'll have to do, I think, one on like natural ways to combat that.
Yeah.
But every time you do get adjusted, it does boost your immune system. So we've had kids come in who've had lingering coughs, and like other doctors aren't just sure what to do about it at that point, and we just see them a little bit more frequently. We get them adjusted. Cough goes away, which is pretty cool. Yeah, usually. It's just allowing their body to function like it's supposed to, so it can have a chance to fully heal up that lingering cough. So anyway, you get sick less often. It does help manage your stress and does a really good job with anxiety too, because that's stored in your nervous system and it can get really agitated. Yeah. So it's just a nice natural way to do that too. What else?
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's important that like when you're establishing your wellness routine, like even if you're feeling good, there's still things you do, right? Like even though my teeth are clean right now, I'm still gonna brush them tonight before I go to bed, you know? Or even though, and I think that like dental hygiene is like one of the most comparable things, or car maintenance, or things that we can relate to this, because there are a lot of people out there that do take better care of their cars than they do their actual health. And what do you do with your car? If you're, on it, you really go and get your car's oil change every so often before it has a problem.
You put gas in it before you run out of gas.
That's
you put the right gas in it.
That's true.
Not you don't put diesel in your car that takes gasoline.
Right. So why would we not manage our health that way? And I would love to challenge your thought process on that. So you don't have to wait until there's pain. You don't have to wait until there's a problem, because when there's pain and there's a problem or a sickness, it's been there for a while.
Way longer than you think.
And the problem is going to take longer to heal. It's going to allow usually for more treatment and different treatments that are needed. So there are a lot of I find medical offices lately that are opening more of like a wellness functional based type of practice, which is pretty cool, because then they can see a patient and make sure the patient's being taken care of on a wellness level to avoid getting chronic diseases and aches and pains and stuff. And that's one thing that is great about when we see pregnant moms and postpartum and wellness patients, is that we're helping you guys thrive before there's an actual problem.
Yeah, and guys, and honestly too, and I know cost is a huge thing for a lot of people and value within that. And I was talking to another person this morning who her physician is a cash-based wellness practice, more of a wellness practice. And the amount of the care that you get there is different, and the price point's different, and usually it's more affordable. And if you're doing more maintenance wellness things, those other sicknesses don't usually happen as frequently, and you get through them a lot faster.
So you all know that I like to read stuff on Facebook, and I don't remember who it was or where I read it, but someone was saying in their comments they were so annoyed because they went to the doctor and they were pissed because the doctor couldn't even spend 5 minutes to look at their paperwork or ask them a question about why they were really there. They were in and out so fast, and they were mad because they spent all this time at the office. I'm assuming they were mad. I'm mad for you. They spent all the time at the office. The doctor barely talked to them to see what was going on, and it should have been an easy conversation to have. So I believe a lot of practices like ours, or even medical doctors that have a wellness-based practice, and they step outside of that insurance model where they are able to allow a patient to be a patient and be treated for what they needed to be treated for, not by the standards of what the insurance company bound you to treat them with. You get better care, where a physician, any type of doctor, can actually spend time with you and talk to you, which I think is amazing, because I would feel so bad if I had a patient that came in and I was just oh, you have back pain, it's this adjustment at this segment. I would never know that, and I wouldn't be giving you the best care. That's cookie cutter care. That's not fair. So, I mean, that just kind of goes into the wellness model and with cost and different things. And there's research out there that shows, like, if you maintain your overall health over time, you get on less medication. So it's less of that and less co-pays and
we've talked about this before too. Like we talked about, I think last week or whatever, but like the health like scale, like think of it on a scale of 0 to 100. 0 is like you're dead. 100 is like you're thriving the best you can. And you fall somewhere on that scale throughout life. Like where do you think you're at today between 0 and 100%? And every single choice you make throughout your day will change that. Me getting up this morning, I got up, I had gotten 8 hours of sleep, so I move a little bit closer to that 100. I went and worked out, I move a little bit closer to that 100. I meditated, I move a little bit closer to that 100. You know, if I then went, I did not, but for an example, then if I went and got breakfast at McDonald's, I would have moved a little less from that 100. I would move down a little bit. So all those choices matter within your health. And they're going to help lead to those diagnoses or those sicknesses and that type of thing, and how fast you can get out of that area as well. So just to start to shift the way you do think about your health, that you're in direct control of it, and you get to make different choices. If you want quality of life later in life, you get that. That is hugely wellness care. That is you taking proactive choices every single day in your health care and what you decide to do, and not waiting for something to happen before you deal with it. That is a huge shift in your brain to understand that you can have quality of life, you can have a great longevity of life, you can be healthy, you can thrive, but it is not by waiting till you get a symptom and then dealing with it. So, and you have direct control over that, which is pretty cool.
Yep, that is awesome. So be well. Choose to be well. And move toward that wellness paradigm and getting on that good side, and we're here to help you.
We are here to help you. If you have any questions, let us know on how we can better help you with that. Even if you're not local, let us know, because we have lots of resources.
And even if you feel well and you don't have pain and you feel healthy, make sure you're still doing all the good things.
Make sure, like, most people can still breathe a little bit better and take a little bit of time for like their mind wellness too.
Yes.
So check that out.
Happy Tuesday.
Enjoy. We'll see you next week.
Yes. Bye.